Hi, folks. I was reading an interesting article by the FinShots team, which spoke about how the sale of luxury watches in India is going up. It's not just among the super rich, but also among the working class and even among the younger generation. At the same time, I know a lot of people who are saying that they're struggling financially. They're not able to save even small amounts away. Just the thought of putting away an amount every month feels like it's going to stretch their monthly budget out. So, how are these two factors going around at the same time? Now, in my opinion, salaried folks generally have an increment on their income on a fairly regular basis. The increments may not be good, we are not happy with it, but it does happen either due to a increment within the same job or due to change of jobs. Now, this leads to something called lifestyle creep. That is, when your income goes up, you tend to spend more on discretionary items or wants. That is not something which is very desperately needed, but something that we would like to spend on. Now, the obvious articles here are dining out more, doing more holidays, or buying more clothes, etc. But there are a few other items of lifestyle creep which we may not even recognize. For example, putting our kids in a better school, which will entail more fees for their education, engaging in more health related activities or more wellness related activities. These could also increase our spending. Another very dangerous aspect is that we may end up taking more debt or more loans because we feel that with our increased income, we can service these loans. But should a job cut or a pay cut happen at a later date, it could put us in a very precarious position. So, how do we counter this lifestyle creep? There are two ways which are obvious again, but which may not be easy to do. One is to create budgets and to stick to them. Second is to adopt a minimalist attitude, which is where you buy only the things that you need, and there you can spend more, buy quality items or go for quality holidays, do the things that you really like. These may not be very practical to implement, but there are two suggestions which I can give which could be more practical to implement. The first is to automate savings and investments. Just like our salary comes in the beginning of the month and we tend to pay our EMIs, our rent, or other expenses in the beginning of the month, we should also have automatic deduction of our savings and investments. Part of this should go into liquid funds, which can be easily withdrawn, and the other part can be put into long term investments. Once the money goes out of your account, you will not be able to spend it. The other way is to avoid impulse purchases. Anytime you feel like purchasing something, put it in your cart, but don't buy it. Sit on it. Sit on it for 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, as long as possible. After that, when the impulse goes by, then you can really judge whether you need it or not. And many times you may not end up purchasing the item. So, with these two items, I think lifestyle creep can be negated to some extent. And on the other side, you can try to build up your savings and investments. It is, of course, necessary to also spend part of our money on what we like. Just by saving money alone, we cannot enjoy, we cannot be motivated to save more, in fact. So, try to achieve a balance between these two items. If you have any queries, do drop a comment or write into us and we'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks for watching.